And now, another Rock Sports Network presentation.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ranger Field in Spencerport, New York, as we're set for the Bill Grays High School Soccer Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. It's the Spencerport Rangers and the Churchville-Chili Saints in Section 5 Class AA Girls Soccer action. Mike Rose, thrilled to be with you here, and a good one on tap for this evening as the Rangers come in with a record of 5-0. Churchville-Chili coming in with a record of 1-2-1, but the Rangers had to survive Monday night in our Bill Grays High School Soccer Game of the Week, coming out with an overtime victory against Aquinas on a beautiful game-winning goal from Kendall Mesh. And take a look at this one off a corner kick here. Mesh, who is normally the center back for the Spencerport team, moving up front in double overtime. And the winner on the header there, Mesh, one of the stars of this team, and she did it there once again to win it for Spencerport on Monday night and keep them unbeaten. And for this Rangers team, they have been dominant throughout the 5 games they have played this season, outscoring their opponents 24-0 amongst their 5-0 start. And no surprise if you're familiar with the Spencerport program, as they have rattled off 7 consecutive sectional championships entering into this season. They're looking to tack on 8 in a row here, and they look awfully tough here once again this season. For the Saints, a tall task in front of them. I mentioned 1-2-1 on the season. They've been outscored so far 6-3, and with an offense that has not exactly been lighting it up against a Spencerport defense as has been so stout and dominant throughout the course of this season, it's going to be a tall task for the Saints to get going tonight. But if they are going to get going, it's going to start with Jillian Ewing, a goal and 2 assists to lead the Saints offensively this season, and they will need Ewing to be a big factor if they are going to come away with the victory here tonight and upset one of the 4 remaining unbeatens in Class AA so far this season, as Pittsford Mendon, Webster Schrader, and Webster Thomas all remaining undefeated alongside Spencerport so far in Class AA girls soccer action. So a highly competitive bracket seems to be shaping out here in the early portions of this season. For Spencerport, we mentioned Mesh and her game-winning goal against Aquinas, and she's one of the stars on the back end for this Rangers team, as Mesh, the senior, and heading to Old Dominion to continue her career after this season, and one of 3 Spencerport Rangers who are already committed to play soccer at the next level alongside goalie Kat Burns, who's heading to Siena, and she has, as I mentioned, not a lot of goal all season so far to this point. 5 shutouts in a row for Burns in net. And Jamie Keen's heading to Slippery Rock to continue her career at the next level next season. And certainly many more of these Spencerport players will likely be headed to continue their careers at the next level. 17 seniors on this Rangers team, and they certainly all make an impact, but really the star of the show to this point this season hasn't been a senior, it's been a junior, and that's Lindsay Leonard. 5 goals and 9 assists in 5 games this season. Absolutely lighting it up offensively for this Spencerport team. Had a 4-goal game last week here on Rock Sports Network, and she has been one of the stalwarts up front for this Rangers team. Also, Liana Tata, 5 goals on the season for the Rangers as well, and only a sophomore in her own right. So not just seniors leading this Spencerport bunch. A lot of firepower up and down this roster, and a big reason why this program has been so dominant over the last number of years. Reminder, tonight's first half is sponsored by Lattimore Physical Therapy. You can get your appointments scheduled quickly, and you can visit LattimorePT.com for more information. 28 locations throughout the area, including Spencerport, No Tri-Lag, Greece, and a new location, the Wegmans Plaza in Brockport. Initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. LattimorePT.com for more information. Our first half sponsor here tonight. As the clock has run out here in warm-ups, and we're just about ready for introductions and getting this one underway between the Saints and the Rangers here at Ranger Field. As it often is, a crowded stands here tonight to take in this Spencerport team that has been so dominant through 5 games so far this season. When talking about this team Monday night, Elena Solano, one of the 17 seniors on this team, said that if this Spencerport program is a machine, we have pretty good parts. And it's hard to argue with the results of what they've been able to put on display so far this season. And the Saints are certainly going to look to pull off a upset here tonight and try and upset the balance just a little bit of power here in Class AA. Of course, both these teams, Class A teams the last couple of seasons, but with a little bit of shuffling of the classifications this past offseason, now both playing in AA this year, with the reintroduction of Class AAA being put in Section 5 this season. But it certainly has not slowed down the Rangers, the 10-time overall and 7 consecutive Class A sectional champions and 2-time state champions as well. They made it all the way to the state Final Four last season before falling to eventual Class A state runner-up New Hartford in penalty kicks. And that win for New Hartford was their 64th consecutive win at that time. So certainly one that Spencerport would like back, but certainly not one to hang your head over, losing to a team as good as that New Hartford program. As you see the starters being introduced for the Rangers here tonight, and you will see almost everyone in the Spencerport lineup getting on the action here tonight up and down the lineup. They will play a lot of players, and they are all certainly capable, and we'll see them all as well as the Saints coming up here as we step aside for the anthem. First kick coming up on Rock Sports Network.
From all of us here at Lattimore of North Chi-Li Physical Therapy,
Go Saints!
Customize your great plate every Tuesday at Bill Gray's with hot dogs, cheeseburgers, mac salad, home fries, beans, tots, and more. Bill Gray's Great Plate Tuesdays, only $9.99.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's!
Smooth sculpted lines, impressive hardware, aggressive stance. It can only mean one thing. 'Tis the season to get out and tailgate. Right now at every Bob Johnson, buy any new or used truck, we'll throw in a Mafia-ready folding table absolutely free. Bob Johnson, This is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
The Wings are home for the final 3 games of the season this weekend. Friday is Deaf Culture Night with fireworks. Saturday is Hall of Fame Night and Fan Appreciation Night with fireworks. Sunday, kids can run the bases. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
Whether it was Dad letting you grill for the first time, or Grandpa taking you out to a ball game, or even a summer picnic before the fireworks on the 4th of July, Zweigles has created generations of memories that shape who we are and what our community has become.
Daddy had surgery and his pain was put to ease.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
And welcome back here to Ranger Field here in Spencerport, as the Spencerport Rangers and the Churchville-Chili Saints just about ready to get underway in our Bill Grays High School Soccer Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. A Class AA girls soccer matchup. Two teams that find themselves on the opposite ends of the standings right now, but the Saints trying to pull off a stunner here tonight and hand the Rangers their first loss of the season and potentially the first goal allowed of the season by Spencerport tonight, as they have yet to be scored upon through 5 games. We'll see if the Saints can be the ones who buck the trends. Starting goalies for tonight's game for Churchville-Chili, it'll be Tessa Wood. And on the other side for the Rangers, it will be Kat Burns. Wood, 6 goals allowed, 24 saves on the season thus far. Burns, just 9 saves, but no goals allowed. And the fact she's only had to make 9 saves says a lot about the defensive unit in front of her and just how stout it has been to this point in the season. As that's not even, 2 shots on goal a game that Spencerport is conceding at this point. And of course, head coach Jamie Schneider, longtime coach of this Rangers program, has built them into a powerhouse here in Section 5. And year after year, it seems like this team is one to watch in girls soccer action, and right back at it again this season. For Churchville-Chili, coached by Brooke Elnicki, is this Saints program trying to get things going here tonight. A cloudy but warm night here in Spencerport this evening. And a beautiful night for some soccer. JV game ended in a 0-0 draw. Could have went to overtime, but went a little over on time with the halftime in the JV game. So that is why we're off to a slightly delayed start here tonight. But both teams have taken the field, and we are now ready to go. Rangers, Saints, girls soccer action in our Bill Grays High School Soccer Game of the Week on Rock Sports Network. It will be Spencerport who begins with possession in their blue jerseys and yellow shorts, and it's booted all the way down into the corner, and watching it roll towards the end line there, and then playing a touch on it is Abigail Meinwieser. And it'll go all the way out for a goal kick here. As Wood will boot it away. Sent into the midfield area, and if it's your first time seeing this Spencerport team this season, they are all out assault on the ball. Attacking the ball, as they like to say, and you will see them push numbers forward early and often throughout this game. As Shariat tried to play it down the sideline there, but had it taken away, but that pass a little too far out of reach there off the foot of Ewing. So it'll be a throw in here for the Rangers. As we're just underway in this matchup. A couple of headers played there, 3 in a row before it's sent back towards the midfield area. And held in right along that far sideline by Ewing. You see the Rangers pressing numbers ahead, making the Saints have to make quick decisions. And Shariat took that one away. And now it's Keene settling it. And she drops it back to Mesh, who will set the table in the middle all night for this Spencerport defense. Barkus plays a through ball up the left sideline, and there to receive it is Solano. She sends a cross in on goal header, and it's in the back of the net. A picture-perfect ball, and on the other end of it, it's Emily Peacock with the header to bury it. 1-0, Rangers on top early. A perfect through ball to Solano, and then her cross is right on the money for that header finish from Peacock. Rangers off and running. Just over 2 minutes into this game, it's 1-0. It is hard not to be impressed by what this team continues to do here, game after game, night after night. It's Peacock's second goal of the season. And credit the first assist of the year for Solano. And now trying to respond here are the Saints, as they have been stunned here early. That one's cleared back out the far side, and there to play it is Eleanor Comfort, who watched it go out of play for a throw. Aloy sets it up for Comfort. Nice little through ball there, but Ewing couldn't track it down before it went out the back line, so it's going to be a goal kick coming up here for Burns. Burns had to travel a long ways to go track that one down, but has it now to send it away as we're just over 3 minutes into this one. The Rangers already working with a 1-0 advantage as Barkus sets it up for Mesh. Kendall Mesh plays it head out wide to Forlillo. Being harassed a bit, there's Forlillo, and she plays it back out to Sherratt. Nice little give and go there, and trying to track it down there on that long ball was Oakton, but she had it played off of her out of play, and it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Saints. A 1-0 game here already. Rangers on top on a header from Emily Peacock. Her second goal of the season. Peacock, just a sophomore, once again, despite 17 seniors in this lineup for the Rangers. Still a lot of youth making an impact. Forlillo plays that one ahead and finds Tata. Shariat walking into some space. That pass, a bit of an errant one, but Shariat does well to keep it away from the Saints, and it finds Barkus out wide. Played ahead to Leonard. She tried to touch one through, but it ends up going all the way into the hands of Wood, who was waiting there for it. And booted away here. Saints trying to get some sustained offense, but you see just how tough it is to even advance the ball against this Rangers team. Nice little play there as Ewing tries to track this one down the sideline. Mesh meets her there and takes it away. Kendall Mesh plays a nice ball up ahead. It's dropped back to Keynes. Keynes to Leonard. Leonard a little too heavy on that touch, but she's able to track it back down. Now has some space. Lindsay Leonard lays it off there for Tata. Drop back to Forlillo with a shot. It's deflected. and careening wide of the goal, and it'll be scooped up there right along that line by Wood. Rangers controlling much of the early action here thus far. That one's headed back and set up for Shariat. Shariat misplayed that one a little bit, and it's turned over. Kingston couldn't take advantage, but following it up here is Aloy. Played out wide. Ewing covered up there by Solano, who drops it back for Barkus. And Solano able to clear. Right back onto the foot now of Barkus. Tada sees it direct towards Solano, and now up ahead of Leonard. Leonard trying to turn the corner, but she had it knocked off her foot and out of play by Meinwieser. It'll be a Spencerport throw. Leonard turns the corner and is covered up there as it slowly drifts out the back line, and it will be ruled a goal kick, much to the disbelief of Lindsay Leonard. Leonard, one of 5 captains on this team, the only captain who is not a senior for this Spencerport team. Just goes to show you how valuable she is to this group, not only on the field, but her leadership capabilities. As right back on the ball is the Rangers, turning with theirs for Rillo. She drops it back here to Barkus. Anastasia Barkus with some green grass in front of her. Chips it up ahead to Tada, who is muscled off of it. And DeVideo clears it, but it'll go as far as the midfield area for Shariat's there to track it down. Reversed once again towards Barkus, who drops it back towards Kendall Mesh. Keynes plays it out wide. Rangers so methodical, but still attacking at all times. That one's tried to be played towards Leonard by Oakton, but it's knocked away, cleared as far as Kingston, who was waiting for it at the midfield area, but she pushed it well wide where nobody was waiting for it, and now Shariat has it once again. Collision there in the midfield, no whistle will blow, and we'll play on as Keynes tries to turn with it. Shariat. Nice little ball towards Oakton, but she couldn't corral it. As the Saints just trying to clear their own end and maintain some possession. But you see how far up those wingbacks play for Spencerport, just always there to shut these things down when they're trying to get cleared out. Ewing trying to take some space now. Jillian Ewing with some speed into the offensive third, but shut down there by Mesh, who clears it as far as midfield. Chipped ahead, a foot race there will be won by Barkus, and she sets it up for Burns, who will settle it just in front of her net and play it back out the other way towards Shariat. Oakton up that far sideline, plays it up the middle towards Peacock, the goal scorer in this game. Walking into the middle there is Tada. She plays it towards Oakton, but she is offsides as the flag comes up. As we're just over 10 minutes in, still 1-0. Spencerport on top of Churchville-Chili. And of course, we want to remind you, tonight's first half is sponsored by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. At Lattimore, their physical therapists enjoy the work they do and bring a positive attitude to their patients' therapy experience. They want their patients' therapy to be something they look forward to each and every session. If patients tell their friends and family about their success at Lattimore, they know they've done their job. LattimorePT.com for more information. And the Saints searching for some information on how they can get this offense going against this Spencerport defense. As it seems every time Churchville-Chili able to maintain even a little bit of possession, it is just taken away by this back line. Shariat, Barkus, and Mesh forming a wall back here in the defensive third for Spencerport. It's Barkus towards Tata, had it knocked away, but right back to Barkus, who tries to set up Leonard. Leonard running right through that ball and followed up there by Tata. Working up the sideline, crosses one in. Nobody home in the box there, but Leonard follows it up with a shot, and what a save there. Diving effort by Wood to keep Leonard off the score sheet. Big time stop there as we remain in a 1-0 game. Settled there by Forillo. Set up back for Shariat. She takes some space in front of her and sets up Tata. Drop back towards Barkus. Little ball up the middle. Found Keynes. Keene tried to lay it off to Tata, but could not connect on that one. Forillo following up. Trying to go one-on-one. Now plays it out wide towards Oakton. Good turn there by Oakton to get up the far sideline, and now cutting into the middle. Oakton tries to set one up for Leonard, but it's cleared out of harm's way, and now cleared all the way out. Where a little bit too much of a touch there from Kingston. Watched it roll out of play for a Spencerport throw. Shariat will send it in. Get it right back. Good effort there to knock that one away, and it's Kingston first one on the ball. She drops it back, and it's cleared up ahead, but only blue jerseys down there waiting for it as Mesh will settle it with a lot of time and space in front of her. She sets the table for Barkus to run onto it. And the Rangers, it's really impressive, even when they are maybe a little too strong on their first touch, and it looks like it's going to be a turnover. They're so physical in their ability to run right through the ball, allows them to maintain possession on a lot of balls that would be a misplay by other teams. Mesh with some good work to find some space and plays a ball up ahead. Trying to run onto that one was Oakton, but instead she boots it out the back line. It'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Saints as we're just about 15 minutes into this one. And certainly if you just looked at the stat sheets for these two teams to this point in the season, you would think that the Rangers would have a bigger lead to this point. You got to credit the Saints, despite being under siege much of this first half thus far. They've managed to keep it just a one-goal game to this point. The question is, how long can you hold on when you're being forced to play defense pretty much the entire game to this point? It'll be a Spencerport throw in there on the far sideline as Oakton had it played just away from her. Oakton crosses one into the box. It's chipped up away by Aloy. Not out of danger yet as that one's cleared out of play for another Spencerport throw. Shariat muscled off that ball, and hitting the deck there was Mallory Varlin. No call on that one, and so the Rangers will maintain possession. Barkus out wide to Solano. Solano able to work past Ewing and tries to race up the sideline. Muscling along there. Drops it back for a ball played in towards Leonard, but it's chipped out of harm's way back towards Mesh, who will settle it at the yellow line. She steps by a defender and fires one from deep, but it's going to go wide to the left of the goal, and it'll be another goal kick here for Wood. But boy, it is awfully impressive what Kendall Mesh is able to do. Primarily a defender on the back end there, but she has a lot of skill with the ball on her feet still. And that goal kick sails right out of play, so it'll be another throw-in for the Rangers on the offensive half of the field for them. Barkis lofts one along towards Leonard. She settles and turns. Nice little move inside, tries to play it ahead onto the foot of Peacock, and her pass deflects away. It'll be settled back now by Chariot. Peacock had trouble settling that one. It will be cleared once again where Chariot will settle it. Rangers firmly in control of the pace and tempo of this one thus far. But that time a misplay by Oakton, so a throw-in coming up here for the Saints. Chipped ahead and right out of play. And you see Spencerport just right on these Saints players as soon as they're on the ball. Just no chance to breathe or process or think when you're playing this Spencerport team, as they are right on you right away, trying to take it back and push the pace the other way. As Leonard takes it away there. She drops it out wide to Taylor Page, who just came on. Play in the middle towards Keynes. And now deflecting along. And cleared just wide of Varlin. Here come the Rangers once again. Maneuvering out wide here. Leonard couldn't get that cross in, and it's going to be a throw in here for the Saints as we're just about halfway gone here in the first half. Our Bill Gray's High School Soccer Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. Of course, want to thank Bill Gray's, one of our sponsors. Every Tuesday is Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's. Just $9.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad, loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. There's a free kick coming up here for Spencerport, and Leonard will set this one up, and this is going to be from a dangerous opportunity here for the Rangers, as Leonard, always dangerous on this half of the field when she has an opportunity to set it up on a set piece here. Has 9 assists on the season. She'll look to set one up here. Cross set in, but that one right on goal as Wood will take it on a hop. It's booted away back towards midfield. Settled there by Varlin. There's that one, a little bit of a misplay. It went off the back of DeVideo and ends up on the foot and booted away by Barkis. Peacock tried to settle it for Leonard, but instead set up the Saints counter. Keene steps in. But it's lofted out wide where Ewing trying to track it down, but she can't keep it in play. So a throw-in coming up here for the Rangers. Turning onto that one is Jada Solomon. Solomon stops, looks to cut into the middle, and sends one all the way to the other side that Page tries to track down. Taylor Page able to get that one into the middle. Leonard backtracks with it now and sets up Chariot. She tried to cross one in. It took a deflection. It'll go out the back line, and it will be a corner kick, first of the day for the Rangers. And Leonard will set it up here. It was a corner kick that ultimately proved to be the difference in Monday night's win for the Rangers over Aquinas in double overtime. Leonard crosses this one in. It ends up on the foot of Solano, but she can't direct it towards goal, and it just slowly rolls into the arms of Wood. Once again, the Saints pinned down in their own end. But a turnover there. Keynes gave it up. Threw ball up ahead, but Barkis calmly just drops it back to her keeper, Burns, who reverses it back out the other way. Even when under duress, so calm on the back end is Spencerport. It just feels like they are able to handle any situation. Flag goes up there. And it'll be going the other way back to the Saints. As they're going to say the ball just went over the line on that far sideline. Mackenzie Marsh coming on here for the Saints. She has one of the 3 goals for this Churchville-Chili team thus far in the early portion of the season. We'll see if she can spark this offense. As both teams pointing in the opposite direction, but it'll be a Saints throw. Varlin. As Leonard just harassing Kingston there. She has to drop it back. It's lofted up ahead, and Keynes the first one onto it. Drops it back for Mesh. Mesh steps by one defender and plays it up ahead. Mesh looking to make a run here potentially. Ends up on the foot of Leonard. Leonard turns with it and plays one up the right sideline. But it's going to go just too far, and it will be a goal kick coming up here for the Saints. Really quality build-up there from Spencerport. Just couldn't connect on that final pass there. There's been some dominant first halves this season by the Spencerport team. Had a 9-goal first half against Pioneer earlier this season. As Leonard takes it away. And she plays it up ahead to Solomon. Solomon trying to cross one in towards goal, but couldn't get much on that effort as it's just scooped up there by Wood. And, of course, against Gates Chili, it was a 6-goal first half from Spencerport in that one. But only 1 goal to show for their efforts here thus far tonight, as the Saints have done well defensively and Wood has done well in goal to keep this a 1-goal game. Varlin beat to that one by Mesh, who clears it right the other way, and Solomon may be in on goal. Jada Solomon with a chance, and she's stonewalled there by Wood. It's followed up by Spencerport, and Peacock is muscled off the ball. No call, and it'll be a Rangers throw. A lot of physical action being allowed to transpire here in this first half. As you take a look at this one, Solomon in a foot race got to it first, and she was shut down there by Wood. A great save as they went crashing into each other. Keep this game at 1-0 in favor of Spencerport. Mesh maneuvers into the middle and then drops it out wide to Barkis. Barkis flips one ahead. Solomon trying to wrestle around a defender to get to it, but unable to do so. Aloy plays it out wide now. It's McCoy. Played off her foot. It'll be a throw in here for the Saints. Varlin with a nice little move there to try and play it to herself, but waiting right there to shut that down was Mesh. Mesh can't clear it by Varlin, but now able to poke it off her feet. It'll be Barkus. Plays one ahead towards Solomon. Shields off a defender and drops it for Solano. Solano into the middle towards Peacock, who tries to head one along. And in on goal now, crossing effort, and that one just evades Peacock, who was hunting for her second goal of the game. Let's take another look at this one. A great cross in here, and Peacock diving there right on point-blank range. Couldn't get her foot on it. But it will be a corner coming up here for the Rangers. Sent in by Leonard. Pretty good ball. Takes a couple of deflections, and then it's cleared right back out towards Leonard. She'll have time to send this one in. Leonard gets outside. Crosses one in. Solomon couldn't redirect it on goal. The follow-up is deflected away and tracked down in the corner. Another cross sent in. Solomon couldn't get much on that deflection, and it's scooped up there by Wood. A flurry of chances there for the Rangers, but unable to cash in. As we approach the final 10 minutes of this first half, just about 12 minutes left, it's still a 1-0 game. Saints are just one good opportunity away from tying this thing up. As Solano, backtracking, playing some defense, leaves it for Burns, who pushes it back out the far side to Shariat. Shariat has Solano, but couldn't link up there as Marsh stands in the way. Barkus sends it towards Solano, who is calling for it, heads it along towards Solomon, but they can't link up, and it's Marsh. Barkus right into the middle. Misplay there by Mestradnato. Down in the middle, it's Watson playing it out wide. Good work there by the Saints defensively if it's cleared back towards the midfield area, but right there once again, a Shariat. Now it's Varlin for the Saints. She's 1-on-2 the other way, has some help coming. And she tries to wait for that help and ran out of time. Barkus shuts it down. Here's Leonard. Watson pushes it out towards Leonard, who's trying to track it down before it goes out of play and does the job there, but unable to maintain possession. Chipped back out towards the yellow line there where it's settled by Ranieri. Racing into the middle there is Isabella Ranieri. She's taken out just outside the box. Whistle's going to blow. A foul coming. And a free kick for Spencerport right on the edge of the box here. So another quality scoring opportunity coming up here for the Rangers as they back this wall up for Churchville-Chili, and Leonard will do the honors. Lindsay Leonard races onto this one, but she puts it up over the top. So it will be a goal kick coming up here for Wood, as Leonard was hunting for her 6th goal of the season. Mass substitution is coming in here for the Saints as Wood gets ready to boot this away. Ewing back on, as well as Comfort. As this one's played ahead and chipped into the middle where Mesh does well to play it away from two Saints attackers and step into some space. Mesh by another defender racing into the offensive third. She pushes it up the sideline. Rangers with an opportunity here. Crosses in, and it goes wide of goal, and Solano waiting on the other side. She chips it ahead. Leonard turning with it. Lindsay Leonard chips one in. It's deflected out, and it will be a corner kick coming up here for the Rangers as Leonard creating offense once again. It seems like every time Lindsay Leonard has it on her feet, there is magic just waiting to happen. She sends it in here on the corner. Headed on towards goal, but just wide on that effort. So once again, we remain 1-0. All the chances coming for Spencerport, but only 1 goal lead to show for it. It was Emily Peacock from Elena Solano at the 37:58 mark. Just 2 minutes, 2 seconds into this game was the first goal. Since then, it has been scoreless. But not for a lack of effort from this Rangers team, as they have been hounding Tessa Wood in goal for Churchville-Chili. This will be a throw in here for the Saints. Mesh waits for it to reach her and plays it to Shariat. Turning in some traffic and had it knocked away as it's played into the middle. Barkus pushes it out, but there followed up is Mackenzie Marsh. She chips one towards Burns, who will have to make her toughest play of the night as she snares that one in the air and rifles it out quickly the other way. Right into the feet of Solano, who's taken out on a physical but clean play. And now it's Solomon. Jada Solomon keeps that one in play, chips it along, and now the whistle will blow, and they will say it went out of play. It looked like it was awfully close from our vantage point up here. We're down to 6.5 minutes left in this first half. Bouncing along here and trying to maneuver past Mesh was Gettle. But once again, the Rangers stop that opportunity. Solano trying to turn on Marsh. And she'll have some help here from Barkus, who will play one towards Burns, who will have to come just to the left of her goal. Barkus up the sideline towards Solomon, who tries to chip one along to herself, maneuvers into the middle, and lays one off there. They'll play the advantage on that confrontation as Ranieri turns and sends it the other way. Shariat played it ahead there to Forlillo, but she couldn't settle it. So it's right back onto the foot of Mesh. Mesh had it taken away by Ewing. Ewing trying to charge in on goal, but look at the recovery speed of Kendall Mesh to get right back in there and clear that one out of danger. Just an eraser on the back end defensively is Kendall Mesh. Mercy Payne, Aaron Marone back on for the Saints. As with under 5 minutes left in this first half, they'll have a throw-in in the offensive half. Chipped out there, maintained by Hotelling. Out wide and unable to keep that one in his passion. It'll be a throw-in for Spencerport. Quickly played and a little bit too physical on that play, so a free kick by the Rangers, which they'll once again speed into as it's played out wide. Up towards Solano. Solano plays one in towards Peacock, but it's headed away. And back into the midfield area. Shariat. In the middle, Ranieri. Ranieri with a try-on goal. It's deflected before it ever reaches its target and then cleared. Out wide, Solano. Solano up the left wing, crosses one in. Settled. And now set up for Ranieri once again. She's trying to turn and find an angle towards goal, but it's shut down by the Churchville defense. Solano couldn't keep that one in play. It'll be a throw in here for Churchville-Chili. Want to remind you once again, tonight's first half brought to you by Lattimore Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab. Lattimore Physical Therapy's network of clinics currently offers 28 locations throughout the area, including Spencerport, North Chili, Greece, and their new location, the Wegmans Plaza in Brockport. They provide access to physical therapists who have experience treating most conditions and sports injuries, and in most cases are able to schedule their patient's first appointment within 1 week. They offer initial consultations within 24 hours for your convenience. Visit LattimorePT.com for more information. As that one cleared out of play. As the Rangers once again shut down any opportunity for the Saints before they can even get a shot on goal. Free kick for Shariat. A lot of room to work for Mesh. She sends a long ball ahead towards Solomon, who settles it and pushes it along to Solano. Solano crosses one into the middle. It's cleared as far as the edge of the box. Solomon. And it's pushed along for Arillo with a try on goal, and it's a diving effort to keep that one out there by Wood. And then it's cleared out of play for a Spencerport throw. Solano lost it into Leonard with a nice little back heel pass to Solano. Her cross into the box. Nobody home on that one. Leonard follows it up. Leonard with a chance, and it just evades her as Wood charges out of the goal to dive on top of it. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Bill Gray's High School Soccer Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. We're in Spencerport, New York for some Section 5 Class AA girls soccer action. The Spencerport Rangers, the Churchville-Chili Saints, and it's 1-0 Spencerport on top. Been a good one here so far in the first half. Shariat with one ahead to Tata. Drops it right back. Final 90 seconds here now of the first half. Mesh. Out wide to Barkus. One last opportunity potentially here for the Rangers to extend their lead. That ball finds Solano. Solano ground ball cross into the box. Doesn't reach Leonard before it's cleared. Right back to the midfield area where Mesh settles it. Good little step through from Mesh. Plays it out to Tata. Trying to maneuver through traffic. Followed up by Solomon. Solomon by a couple of defenders. She'll lay it off for Solano. Solano with another crossing effort in. Takes a little in-between hop, and so the clear. Not able to be out, but now it'll be Barkus in the midfield area. She misplayed it a bit, but Mesh, once again, there to clean it up. Keeping Ewing off the ball. Burns well out of her goal here with Ewing bearing down on her. Plays it out wide to Shariat. A little bit of a misplay there as it's chipped along, and Churchville's going to have a chance here. Final 20 seconds. Cross sent in, but Burns dives on top of that one just to be sure. And she takes a look up at the scoreboard, and in no particular rush here as we tick under 10 seconds left in the first half. She'll just throw it along towards Barkus. We'll give it one last big boot into the midfield area, and that will do it here in half number 1. 40 minutes gone. 1-0 is our score in our Bill Gray's High School Soccer Game of the Week. The Rangers leading 1-0 on a goal from Emily Peacock. Second half coming up in just about 10 minutes, so stay with us here on Rock Sports Network.
Smooth sculpted lines, impressive hardware, aggressive stance. It can only mean one thing. 'Tis the season to get out and tailgate. Right now at every Bob Johnson, buy any new or used truck, we'll throw in a Mafia-ready folding table absolutely free. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
Customize your great plate every Tuesday at Bill Gray's with hot dogs, cheeseburgers, mac salad, home fries, beans, tots, and more. Bill Gray's Great Plate Tuesdays, only $9.99.
Gimme Bill Grace.
From all of us here at Lattimore of North Chi Physical Therapy,
Go Saints!
The Wings are home for the final 3 games of the season this weekend. Friday is Deaf Culture Night with fireworks. Saturday is Hall of Fame Night and Fan Appreciation Night with fireworks. Sunday, kids can run the bases. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
While we celebrate 140 years of serving our community, the kind of delicious joy that lasts a lifetime, we look forward to serving you for 140 more. With hardworking, wholehearted, passionate people who will help shape new memories for generations to come.
When I sprained my left knee, they did so much to help me at
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
With 20 locations throughout Monroe and Livingston County, pain relief is never more than minutes away. Same-day appointments available. Most insurance accepted. Call 1-888-PT-ROCHS.
Lattimore Physical Therapy.
Customize your great plate every Tuesday at Bill Gray's with hot dogs, cheeseburgers, mac salad, home fries, beans, tots, and more. Bill Gray's Great Plate Tuesdays, only $9.99.
Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's.
The Wings are home for the final 3 games of the season this weekend. Friday is Deaf Culture Night with fireworks. Saturday is Hall of Fame Night and Fan Appreciation Night with fireworks. Sunday, kids can run the bases. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
Smooth sculpted lines, impressive hardware, aggressive stance. It can only mean one thing. 'Tis the season to get out and tailgate. Right now at every Bob Johnson, buy any new or used truck, we'll throw in a Mafia-ready folding table absolutely free. Bob Johnson, this is where the savings are.
Bob Johnson.
While we celebrate 140 years of serving our community, the kind of delicious joy that lasts a lifetime, we look forward to serving you for 140 more. With hardworking, wholehearted, passionate people who will help shape new memories for generations to come.
And welcome back here to Ranger Park in Spencerport. Halftime here is just about concluded as the Spencerport Rangers leading the Churchville-Chili Saints 1-0 in our Bill Gray's High School Soccer Game of the Week, but it could have been a lot more lopsided in favor of Spencerport if it wasn't for Churchville-Chili goalie Tessa Wood, who stood on her head in that first half for the Saints. I mean, take a look at this diving effort. One of many saves by Wood in that first half to keep this just a 1-goal game. And right now, if you're the Saints, you got to feel pretty good about where you find yourselves, as they did not record a shot on goal in that first half, but only trailing by 1. All it takes is 1 right now to knot it up against the defending Class A champions 7 times over, the Spencerport Rangers, who are unbeaten and have yet to concede a goal this season. We'll see if they can maintain that heading into the second half here tonight against the Saints, who are trying to pull off a shocker here tonight. Mike Rostrow will be with you here for the Rock Sports Network, as we're happy to be bringing you this one as always, and want to remind you that tonight's second half is brought to you by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Bob Johnson Auto Group carries 18 different auto manufacturers ranging from Chevy to Ford to Toyota and many more in 25-plus locations throughout New York State. Choose from thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out online at bobjohnsonautogroup.com to find a location near you. The lone goal on the board right now was Emily Peacock's header on the other half of a great feed by Elena Solano. And that is where we find ourselves, 1-0. That was just 2:02 into this game. And the final 37:58 were played scoreless. What does the second half have for us tonight? Will Spencerport run away with this one? Does Churchville-Chili have a comeback in store on the road here this evening? Class AA girls soccer action. We are just about ready to find out here in half number 2. As you see the Saints jog back over after an extended huddle there in the corner during halftime. And you see the Rangers all huddled up here on the field right now, ready to get going. Spencerport Rangers girls soccer program been billed as a machine with the way they are able to churn out sectional title after sectional title. over the last several years. And they look to be one of the biggest threats in Class AA once again this season. One of 4 remaining unbeaten teams in Class AA in the early stages of this girls' soccer season here in Section 5. Alongside Webster Schrader, Webster Thomas, and Pittsford Mendon, who round out the rest of the top 4 slots atop Class AA thus far. It will be Churchville-Chili, who will start with it on our opening kickoff of half number 2. As Emma McCoy stands over the ball, awaiting the go-ahead from our officials. Whistle blows, and here we go. In half number 2, as McCoy drops it back and watches it get punched along by Hodling, and nothing there as the Rangers take back possession. It's dropped back to Mesh. Kendall Mesh. Played it right up the middle. Peacock tried to spin it along to herself, but it's cleared away from her. And whistle's going to blow, and a foul going to be called against the Rangers, as I believe Mesh, the guilty party on that one. So a free kick coming up here for Churchville-Chili. Hanley Hoteling standing over it. As the official sends Solomon away from the wall. And now we'll count off the strides to make sure Spencerport is properly positioned, as they will be forced to back away from this free kick. All situated now for this Churchville-Chili free kick. Send in towards Burns, straight on, and she is able to snare that one with ease. Kat Burns, no trouble on that one, her first save of the evening. Saints right back on the ball. Played up the sideline, but it's going to go just too far off the foot of Meinwieser. So a goal kick coming up here for Burns, but the Saints showing a little bit of offensive push here to begin the second half. And Burns will just lay it off to Kendall Mesh. Liana Tata spinning back and leaving it for Shariat. Mesh will reverse it back the other way towards Barkus. Barkus up the sideline. Solano lofts it into the middle. A couple of players meet up there, and now it's pushed ahead towards Leonard. Lindsay Leonard lays it off to Tata. Right back to Leonard. Leonard runs right through that one. Lindsay Leonard with an opportunity and on goal. Lays it off across the way, and it's pushed up over the top on an opportunity there from Foralillo. Great setup by Leonard to go back across the grain, but once again, the Rangers come up empty-handed. It'll be a goal kick from Wood. Played over the head of a couple of leaping Rangers and pushed up towards Mesh, who will settle it in the midfield area. Shariat. Keynes takes a bump. Whistle blows. Foul against the Saints. As Kingston whistled for the physicality there. Ground ball played ahead towards Solomon. Drops it for Keynes. She couldn't settle it. It's cleared out of her possession by Hoteling. Up ahead towards Ewing. One-on-one against Mesh. Trying to turn the corner on Mesh, and she's just pushed right off that one. Ewing hits the deck, and Mesh turns away with it. Right up the middle to Keynes. Shariat Keynes. Tried to play it towards Leonard, and it's right back on her feet. Mesh. Long ball up ahead. Settled there by Peacock, out wide Tata. Peacock tried to lay it back outside to Tata, but broken up there. Second effort finds its mark. Turning around defender and laying it off for Peacock. Right back up the middle to Keynes, who will reverse out and lay it off for Burkus. Solano. She maneuvers past the defender up the sideline. Solano playing the advantage here, taking a couple of bumps into the corner and off her foot for what will be a corner kick coming up for the Rangers. Leonard sets it up in the corner. About 5 minutes into half number 2, Rangers trying to extend this lead. Leonard's ball in. It bounces around, take a couple of hops in the box before it's cleared, and it will be just wide of the corner, so it'll be a throw-in here deep into the corner for Spencerport. Peacock leaves it for Tata. Tried to play it through a swarm of defenders, and it's cleared towards Ewing. Jillian Ewing. Tries to dance by some traffic, and it ends up on the foot of Tata. Laid off for Peacock. She's onside in the corner. Her cross finds a Saints defender, and it'll be cleared out of trouble to McCoy. McCoy up ahead to Ewing. Trying to turn past Chariot, and it's off Chariot's foot for a throw in here for Churchville-Chili. McCoy goes right through the wickets there on Tata, but her pass ends up being picked off there by Ranieri. Leonard out wide to Barkus. Played ahead towards Solano, trying to track it down, but getting there first was Meinwieser. She pushes out of play for a throw in here for Spencerport. Solomon in the middle. Sets one up for Peacock. Peacock trying to turn onto her right foot. Lays one off here for Ranieri. She doesn't have an angle to shoot, and so it's Peacock laying it back off for Chariot. Barkus with a long drive. That's going to go well wide as it will result in a goal kick here for Wood. So once again, after the early offensive pressure from the Saints, it's been all Spencerport here offensively in the first couple of minutes of this second half, and the Saints still able to survive here thus far. Ranieri, Leonard, Peacock able to step through, but good follow-up there defensively for the Saints, and is pushing that one ahead as McCoy, but it only gets as far as Chariot. Dropped off for Mesh. Now Barkus. Up the middle to nobody in particular, and it's cleared by Hotelling out of play. Throwing on the far sideline here for Barkus. She plays one ahead to Solomon, who couldn't settle it, but able to run through that ball before it's cleared away. Solano on the follow-up effort. Trying to turn the corner. Darts through a couple of defenders, and it finds Solomon. She leaves it for Leonard. Lindsay Leonard dancing with it in the box. Trying to turn the corner as it chipped just out of her reach. And it will be a goal kick. Just about 9 minutes gone here in the second half. Spencerport leading 1-0 in our Bill Grays High School Soccer Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. So happy you could be with us on the Rock Sports Network Facebook page as well as the Rock Sports Network YouTube channel, where we will have all of our Rock Sports Network broadcasts throughout the season. And be sure to follow Rock Sports Network on Twitter and Facebook, where you can find some great local and regional sports news and entertainment, including live streaming high school and college game broadcasts, RSN Trackside Racing Show, which was live tonight, and much more. Make sure to like and follow at Rock Sports Net across all social media so you never miss any of the action. As the Saints see one cleared all the way down. First one to it is Barkus. She lays it off for Burns right at the edge of the box. She plays a little bit of a dangerous ball up the middle, but it's never dangerous when you're playing it towards Kendall Mesh, who turns away with ease through traffic. Now Ranieri. Tata. Heavy touch, able to work into the middle. She tried to set up Leonard, but not enough on that one. It's cleared away by Aloy. Throw in here for the Rangers. Peacock, still the lone goal scorer in this game. Her back pass there to Tata was not a good one as it goes out of play for a throw in here for Churchville-Chili. So substitutions made here by the Saints as Ewing comes off and Mackenzie Marsh comes on. And throw in headed down by Tata. Now chipped up ahead into the midfield towards Kingston. Barkus there as well, and she's able to chip it back to Mesh, who lays it off for Burns. Shariat. Ranieri had some trouble with that one as it got tangled up in her feet. And Mastrodonato able to take it away, but her pass ahead is picked off by Keynes, who's looking to push the pace here for the Rangers the other way. Peacock trying to make a run. She has it now, but can't settle it cleanly and has to backtrack for it and drop it back off there for Keynes. That pass up the sideline by Barkus is shot out of play. So a Spencerport throw. Into the middle towards Solomon, who lays it back up outside to Solano. Solano trying to turn the corner and get a cross in, but it's cleared out of play. And they're going to say that's a throw in here. They initially signaled Churchville-Chili, but that certainly didn't look like it went off Spencerport, excuse me. It looked like a straight clear by Churchville-Chili. As Marone comes back in for the Saints, but they are going to say it's a Saints throw-in. Not sure about that call, but the Rangers get it right back. Chipped in the middle. Peacock tried to set it up for Leonard, but it's played away once again as the Saints stout defensively. Another Spencerport throw-up coming here by Barkus. Leonard had her pass knocked down. Right back on her feet. Second effort doesn't get through either. And it's cleared ahead. Kingston couldn't track that one down. First one on the ball is Mesh. Stepping by a defender. Examining her options, trying to play it out wide. Ends up right back on her feet. Mesh with a little back pass to Tata. Who goes up the middle of Peacock and out wide to Mesh. Kendall Mesh looking to cross one in. Good work defensively. Surrounded by four Saints. And she pushes it out wide where it will be dropped back to Tata, who had to fill in for Mesh, who made that run up the sideline here. As she works her way back. Barkus. Ranieri tried to find Keynes on a little one-touch effort, but nobody home on that one. It's cleared, and Burns will have plenty of time to come out of her cage and track this one down. Shariat under some pressure now. Great little turn there to evade a defender. Now plays it up to Peacock. Peacock stops on a dime. Drops it back for Shariat. Once again, seeing the poise of this Rangers group, even while under duress. They will never be hurried beyond the tempo they want to play at. Ranieri plays one ahead. Leonard follows that one up. It's chipped out of play. And they're going to say it will be a throw in here for Churchville-Chili. As a couple more substitutes come on for each team. We want to remind you tonight's broadcast sponsored by Bill Gray's. Every Tuesday's Great Plate Tuesday at Bill Gray's. Just $9.99 for 2 Bill Gray's cheeseburgers on top of home fries and mac salad, loaded with your choice of toppings, including Bill Gray's famous meat hot sauce. Great Plate Tuesday every Tuesday. Gimme, gimme, gimme Bill Gray's. As a battle on the far sideline there results in bodies hitting the deck and a throw in here for the Saints. As despite the discrepancy in the opportunities that heavily are in favor of Spencerport here tonight, the Saints find themselves still just 1 goal away from knotting this thing up here, potentially. Free kick is sent into the offensive third, knocked down. Leonard trying to clear, surrounded by a couple of defenders, and she can't do so as Mastronado plays it out wide. Chipped along. Varlin tried to turn with it, but now stepping away with it here is Ranieri. Pushed out wide here to Oakton, who just came on, playing up the sideline to Watson. She tried to cut back, but it's chipped away from her by Comfort, who's able to track it down before it goes out of play, and then kick it right off the shin guard there of Eleanor Comfort and out of play, or excuse me, off of Watson and out of play for a goal kick. That one headed up in the air by Keynes. It's settled. And Chariot just has to poke it out of play, so it'll be a throw in here for the Saints as they push numbers ahead. Lofted towards Varlin. She's able to track it down, reversing back the other way, and then able to turn on Oakton. Varlin trying to cut back across the grain. Into the middle, Boots went along, but nobody home except blue jerseys. As it's chipped back towards the midfield area and now booted towards Solomon. Jada Solomon trying to get up the far sideline. As both players hit the deck in that confrontation. And it'll be a free kick here for the Saints as they'll whistle Solomon for being a little too overzealous on that challenge. That free kick finds the sideline once again, so right back to Spencerport on a throw-in. 23 minutes left in this first half. Emily Peacock's goal just over 2 minutes into this game is still our difference. Oakton to Watson in the middle. She tries to chip it back out wide. Picked off. And up ahead to Hotelling, who gets it as far as Chariot. Her pass deflected out of play. It'll be a Spencerport throw. Watson couldn't corral it. Oakton sets it up for Chariot, who tries to reverse it back now to Mesh in the middle. Played out wide to Barkus. Ranieri. Rangers trying to find a lane to attack here, as this Saints defense has been equally as stout as Spencerport's here since conceding that first goal. Watson couldn't play it up the sideline as it's knocked away and eventually drifts out of play before Comfort could play it along. Chariot. Keynes. Working in the middle, Jamie Keynes by a defender. Plays it out wide on a run. Solano darting in with a chance. It never got on goal as it was blocked in there. Great effort by Meinwieser. Keynes now looking to set it up. Leonard draws a crowd and lays it off for Barkus. Her pass up the sideline is booted right back where it came from and out of play. Spencerport throw. Ranieri. Solano with a cross into the middle. It goes over the top of everybody and out the other way to Oakton. Chariot. Oakton has Watson in the middle, lays it off to her. Emma Watson trying to turn with it. Trying to turn the corner. Watson surrounded, hits the deck. Whistle blows. And it's going to be a penalty kick coming up here for Spencerport as Watson's taken out in the box. And with 21:01 left in this game, the best opportunity of the evening for Spencerport to extend this to a 2-goal game. Lindsay Leonard will set it up here for the Rangers. 5 goals on the season. Tied for the team lead. And it's off the post. Leonard rings the post, and it remains a 1-0 game. The Rangers cannot buy a goal here since that opening marker from Peacock, as Leonard is denied. Halfway gone here in the second half of play. Solano can't track that one down before it goes out of play. It'll be a throw in here for Churchville-Chili. Want to remind you, tonight's second half sponsored by Bob Johnson Auto Group. Bob Johnson Auto Group carries 18 different auto manufacturers, ranging from Chevy to Ford to Toyota and many more, in 25-plus locations throughout New York State. Choose from thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out online at bobjohnsonautogroup.com to find a location near you. Lindsay Leonard ringing the post at the 21-minute mark of this second half. Still a 1-0 game, as the Rangers can't cash in on the PK. Solano has it cleared away from her by Meinwieser, right back out of play for a throw-in here from Spencerport. As this has turned into a defensive battle. The Saints being forced to defend time and time again, and the Rangers have not been able to come up with an answer. Spencerport, of course, coming off a double overtime win on Monday against Aquinas, as seen right here on Rock Sports Network. Also coming off a 1-0 win against Hilton the time out before that, so trending towards potentially their third consecutive 1-0 win if this scoreline holds. As another free kick coming up here for Spencerport, as they will continue to knock on the door to try and break through here. As this chance coming from probably 10 or 12 yards outside the box here. Our official will march off where the wall will have to trek back to. And Kendall Mesh stands over it to take the free kick here, this time for the Rangers. Mesh capable of putting it on goal from this distance. And she will fire it towards goal. It was headed wide, but snared nonetheless there by Wood on a diving effort. So another Rangers opportunity comes up empty. Wood boots it towards midfield. Settled by Watson. Her pass deflects away off of a leg of Churchville-Chili, and it'll be a throw-in coming for Spencerport, as both teams will make a couple of substitutions. And another look at this penalty kick. Leonard shot right. She had the goalie beat, but it rings the bar, as they finally had Tessa Wood beat on a great effort from Leonard. Everything but the finish, as it goes careening off the bar and stays out. Mesh plays it out wide towards Barkus as we approach 17 minutes left in this game. Still 1-0. As that one's played ahead and out of play, a Spencerport throw. That one is launched in. Watson couldn't corral it. It's cleared out towards Barkus, who will settle it. And then chip it ahead on a nice ball to Keynes. Jamie Keynes has Watson. Watson has some space in front of her, just darting right up the middle into the box. Couldn't get a shot on goal, however. For Arillo, trying to play one along towards Leonard, but it's cleared out of harm's way and pushed out of play by the Saints as they continue to cling to life here defensively. Barkis for Arillo, sets up Keynes. Will track it down. Out wide, Oakton. That ball a little behind Keynes, but she's able to corral it. Played it into the middle. Leonard trying to turn with it. Lindsay Leonard has it chipped away from her as Meinwieser sends it all the way back down to the other end as Mesh will have to go back to the defensive third here to play this one. Spencerport right back. A little one-touch passing action, tic-tac-toe, but it ends up on the foot of Comfort, who sends it into the corner. And it's going to roll out of play and be a goal kick here for Burns. "15 minutes left in this one. Our Bill Gray's high school soccer game of the week. Spencerport Rangers, Churchville-Chili Saints in Class AA girls soccer. The unbeaten Rangers clinging to a 1-0 lead against the 1-2-1 Saints. Don't forget to stay tuned in to all the Rock Sports Network social media platforms at the conclusion of this one for our post-game interview and presentation of the Bill Gray's Player of the Game. As that one's played out once again by the Saints. It'll be a throw-in taken by Barkis. Headed along by Peacock. Bouncing ball is chipped away, but Peacock's right back on it. Trying to turn with it, taking off her foot, and Aloy trying to get it out of harm's way. Chipped up in the air. And headed backwards there to Barkis. Sets it up once again. Played into the box. Watson there. It goes over the head and into the hands of Wood. Wood's kick is chipped down by Keynes. Right to Watson. Jamie Keynes plays it out wide. Barkis. Solano. Peacock trying to chase this one down and get a cross in. She stops. Defender falls down. Peacock sends it in. It misses Watson. Oakton lays one off, and Forlillo shot it high and wide. So another goal kick coming up. Another substitution for the Rangers. Tada back on, taking the place of a Watson. And Tada, a dangerous offensive weapon in her own right. 5 goals, tied for the team lead with Leonard for the Spencerport team. We'll see if she can make something happen as she comes back on. That one, a little bit of miscommunication by the Rangers, but Keynes muscles to the ball. Good work by the Saints to follow it up. And now trying to turn with it here is Mastrodonato. It goes off of the feet of Chariot. It'll be a throw in here for the Saints right after they make a substitution. As Meinwieser will get a breather. And Emma Klug will take her place on the back end. Lofted into the box. It goes over the heads of everybody standing there, and waiting there for it is Burns. As we approach 12 minutes left in this game. The Rangers shutout streak still alive as they look to finish off what would be a third consecutive 1-0 win potentially. Up the sideline, Leonard muscled off of that one by Olivia Hogan as they both end up hitting the deck, and it'll be It'll be a throw in here for Churchville-Chili. Or excuse me, they'll call it free kick here for Churchville-Chili, as they'll say Leonard whistled for a foul on that confrontation. Hogan boots one along. And Mackenzie Marsh sends it the other way. Ewing trying to track it down. Two defenders stand in front of her as Burns scoops it up. Kat Burns hasn't had to be too active tonight, but certainly has put in more work than maybe she's seen in some other games earlier this season. Leonard settles this one down. It's played up ahead on a run down the sideline. Solano trying to turn with it. She's kept away from it as it's cleared out of play. It'll be a throw in here for the Rangers. Keynes under pressure has to drop back to Mesh. Mesh with a lot of room to work. She walks into a shot. That one's going to bounce wide. No save needed. And it'll be a goal kick here for Wood. And the Saints, for the most part, have done well to limit the shot opportunities from Spencerport to shots like that one from distance. Certainly not the level of scoring opportunities the Rangers are used to generating offensively. As that goal kick bounces along right onto the waiting foot of Chariot. Barkus up the middle. Just missed her intended target, but waiting there for it is Tata. Barkus had Solano making a run. Thinks better of it as she walks into some space. Now Tata. Tata and Barkus just playing a little two-woman game here, and now it's played up ahead to Keynes. Her pass goes just wide, but it's tracked down there by Peacock. She sends one into the box. For Arillo, settles it. Tries to get into a shooting lane. Now we'll drop it off. One touch and firing there, and Tata's shot deflects wide. It'll go out of play, and it will be a corner kick here for the Rangers as we're under 10 minutes left in this second half. A really impressive effort by this Churchville-Chili bunch to keep this game just a one-goal margin, but Peacock's goal in the early moments still the difference. That corner sent in, Oakton headed it towards goal. Nobody wanted to play that one, so Mesh keeps it alive in the box. Oakton tries to chip one in, and it deflects out of play for a Spencerport throw. Oakton will bounce it to Mesh. Mesh steps through a defender. They'll play the advantage momentarily, and now it'll be a free kick here for Spencerport. As Mesh will send it in. Opportunity here for a cross by Mesh. It'll come from a dangerous opportunity. As they have all night, our officials making sure the wall setup is the proper distance away. Mesh sends the cross in. It's headed along and out towards the far sideline it goes, where Solano will track it down. She turns back the other way. Solano trying to find an angle for a crossing effort. Works by a defender. Solano into the box, but it's booted away and cleared there by Madison Knoll. Barkus keeps it alive in the offensive third. It's dropped back. Nobody there as Keynes tracks it down. Chariot right back up the middle for Arillo. Trying to work outside. Leaves it for Barkus. As that one is nearly run onto there by McCoy, but it goes out of play for another Spencerport throw. Barkus launches one down that's just out of range of her teammates. But it's played right back to her. She chips it along to Solano. Solano and Peacock up that far sideline. Can't make anything happen, and now the Saints looking for a counterattack opportunity. But jumping in front of that one there is Keynes. but it's poked right off her foot once again. Ewing trying to go 1-on-4 and turn the corner here on Shariat. But Shariat does well to regain possession and stride forward with it. She's taken out, and going to be a foul called on the Saints on that one. Under 7 minutes left in this one. Tada able to position herself in front, drop it back to Barkus. A lot of the action being played up that far sideline right now. Leonard moves inside, fires towards goal. It goes wide of the diving Wood, but also wide of the frame and out the other side. It will be a corner kick, as they may be saying Wood might have got a piece of that one to keep it out. Leonard sets up on the near side corner. Her crossing effort sent in, headed up in the air, still up for grabs right on the goal line, on the ground, and cleared. Waiting for it there and walking to a shot is Tada, and she puts it just wide to the left of Wood. Will be a goal kick here for the Spencerport keeper. We approach 5 minutes left. Do the Saints have some sort of offensive rush in them to potentially tie this thing up? Or are the Rangers going to hold on for a third consecutive 1-0 win and move to 6-0? They're back on the attack here. Solano is taken out in the corner. They're going to say it's all clean, and it goes out of play off Solano for a throw-in from Spencerport. Or, excuse me, a throw-in for Churchville-Chili. As the Saints have come on the road in a tough place to play here tonight after a delayed start. And they have hung tough with the defending 7-time sectional champions of Class A. That cross sent in over the top of Leonard for Arillo in the box. Settles it, but she can't get it directed towards goal as it goes careening into the corner for a Spencerport throw. Oakton. Shariat reverses it back the other way towards Solano, who leaves it for Barkus. Nice little action there to find Solano. She turns the corner. Crosses it back across the green, but nobody home. Shariat leaves it for Keynes. She can't corral it. Now it's out wide, Oakton. Keynes couldn't track that one down, but it's Leonard. Leonard fakes the shot, had the defender up in the air, but couldn't maneuver past her. Tada spinning with it and sending it back towards Barkus. A long drive for Forillo, and it is calmly snared there with a little hop by Wood. Trying to tell her team to send numbers forward as the Saints trying to get the tying goal, but can't tie it if you don't have it. Barkus plays it up in the air. Mesh stepping in front, pushing ahead into the offensive end, trying to find Leonard just out of her reach. Is a dangerous play there, but Wood able to get out in time to cover that one up before Leonard could get on to that ball. Once again, Wood urging her team to push numbers ahead and make the push towards another goal here to try and tie this game. Ewing able to play onto it now, but Mesh once again stepping in front, clearing it off of a Saint, and it'll be a throw in here for Spencerport. And 6 games in, nobody has found the answer yet of how you can possibly get on goal past Kendall Mesh. That ball right off the face of Solano out wide, who's backtracking defensively. She's wrestled down, and it'll be a free kick here for Spencerport as we tick under 2 minutes left in this game. And the Rangers poised to move to 6-0 if they can finish off the last couple of minutes. Up the middle, a misplay there as it's wafted back along. Barkus running onto a header. And now it will slowly drift towards Burns, who will watch it roll onto her feet and then scoop it up. As the Rangers very much aware of the time and score left in this one. Burns sends it flying downfield. It's headed along, and Peacock, who right now has the winner, will run onto it. Sets it up for Oakton. She tries to cross one in. Doesn't find its target. Now Peacock once again. Final minute left in this one. Peacock trying to turn the corner. She's pushed off it, and it will be a throw in here for the Rangers, as they'll make a substitution here late. Watson will come back on for the waning moments of this one. Throw in here from Oakton, right to Watson. She sends a cross in. Running out of that one is Solano, but she pushed it up over the top once again. Another opportunity that cannot be redirected cleanly on frame by the Rangers here tonight. And Churchville-Chili going to have to hurry here as we're under 30 seconds left in this one. That one sent down. Barkus watching it roll. It'll be a Spencerport throw-in right at midfield. Settled there, popping up in the air in the midfield area and just booted back along. Barkus, it's headed up in the air, out wide, as the final seconds will roll off, and the Rangers will move to 6-0. Another night, another win for the Spencerport Rangers. It wasn't always pretty on this night, but they get it done here once again. 1-0 is our final score, as the difference was Emily Peacock's goal just 2 minutes and 2 seconds into this game on a nice feed from Solano. Churchville-Chili falls to 1-3-1 now on the season. We appreciate you joining us so much here once again this evening in our Bill Gray's High School Soccer Game of the Week here on Rock Sports Network. We'll be back tomorrow night with some high school football action as Brockport takes on Irondequoit with a 7 o'clock start at Brockport High School. But for now, Mike Rose signing off. Spencerport moves to 6-0.